You know, a lot of people don't get named. They were people behind the scenes. Buck Showalter's dad is one such person in a difficult situation in his own life where he had to make a decision on what to do regarding civil rights and what his stance was going to be in the South. Buck Showalter remembers.
We're all at the mercy of the mothers and fathers of the world, the way they choose to make us understand reality. My dad had the guts in a time that it wasn't real popular in the South to he took over when they integrated the two high schools, the black school and the white school. He walked out with the teachers union, which you weren't supposed to do as a principal, and told me he'd never work again, but they knew the respect he had in the black community back home, and asked him to take over what was turned into the middle school, and which he did. And back in the late 60s, we got some phone calls late at night at the house, I'll never forget, and how he responded to them, and the words that he never allowed to be said in our house. Some of my closest friends growing up, and I remember the first time I saw a guy take the ball between his legs, spin a ball around the back pass. He wanted to expose me all those things. On Sunday after church, I would go play in an all-black league, because he wanted me to see the rest of the world, that I wasn't growing up in this little bitty town where there was some narrow-mindedness at times, and but the guts it took for him to do that, and what it meant to me and my sisters growing up, and realizing that I've often wondered where he got that from, and I've tried to impart the same thing to my kids growing up, and I look back on it. I remember on Sunday when he took the job, going over to the black church, and I remember the doors swinging open, and me and my three sisters and my mom walking down the aisle to go sit down, and he ended up hiring the preacher as his guidance counselor at the school, and they were friends for years and years and years, and I remember having a 3 or 4 hour, we had the service and we had to eat, and we had a blast. And I still, one of my best friends, James Lucky, growing up, I met at that service, and we played basketball together for years, and I just feel fortunate that I had a dad that had the guts to be a father and see things the way he was ahead of his time in so many ways.
Buck, he took a backlash because of that. Did you feel that as a youngster growing up?
No, not many people mess with my dad in our town. We graduated 30, 40, 50 people. We had the smallest public high school in the state of Florida, Northwest Florida, and my dad was in the D-Day invasion, Big Red 1. That generation, he didn't tolerate fools too well, and he knew he was right, and it came from his father and his father and his father, and that there was never any bias, whether it's black or any ethnicity. It was just we were all in this together, so to speak, and I think when you're in athletics, and it's one of the great equalizers are men. Wayne and I were talking today. I said, man, if some guy from Mozambique can play and help us win, give him a uniform. That's what's great about athletics. We're trying to win, and it's the best man gets the job. And whether it's Bo Porter, I'm proud today. He's qualified. He's good at what he does. It makes you proud to be a part of the game, going to the luncheon today and the turnout. We didn't have to, we weren't going to have our black African-American players go to the luncheon. We were all going. This is not a luncheon for African-American players. It's a luncheon for all of us. And it was an honor to be there.